Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for If Loving You Was Wrong, Season 3, Episode 6. A lot did not happen in today's episode. I mean, some things happened that was very interesting, but it was a lot of this chit-chat, idle chit-chat. Y'all know how Tyler Perry likes to do with the little idle chit-chat. But this at least wasn't repetitive as much as it usually is. So it was a good, entertaining episode. You know, for this to be such a fancy neighborhood, the police and the ambulances show there a lot. I mean, every episode, the police there, the ambulance there, it's a coroner's truck there, people fussing and fighting. Ain't this supposed to be a classy neighborhood? I don't think we saw this much action in Natalie's neighborhood, and Natalie supposedly lives in the hood. So in this supposedly upper class, sedity class, extra white-ish, rich white woman type neighborhood, I mean, why the police always popping up with these people? I'm just wondering. And where are the other neighbors? I mean, are they the only neighbors? That's only, like 4 people. Y'all ain't got all the where are the kids at? I mean, I'm just trying to wonder, because if I had all this stuff bring down my property, the price of my property, I would be complaining like, you know what, I need Alex and Brad to move. Okay, I know they got some homeowners associations around there with them colorful ass houses. But the episode start off with Randall, old scary self, sitting in a rocking chair. And he complaining to the paramedics about Brad, who pushed him off the little ladder. And, we see he okay. And the paramedics seeing he okay, too. He like, I'm fine, And she's like, well, yeah, I think it must have just knocked the wind out of you when you fell off. I didn't fall off. He knocked me off. And she's like, okay, sir. Whatever you say. Because, of course, he like, where the police at? And she's like, well, they, they're en route. So he's able to stand up. He's able to do whatever. His ass is fine. You didn't get hung by some white folk, almost buried alive. You was in the little casket thing. Boy, you good. Quit acting like that. So, we see the squad car finally pull up, and who was in the squad car? Of course, who else would it be? It's Lucian and Steven. Now, why is the 2 undercover FBI officers responding to a simple call about somebody falling off a ladder? I'm just saying, y'all ain't got no regular beat cops. And what happened to the cops who was arresting Kelly last season? They was all up and through the episodes. Oh, they ain't on this season. They doing other stuff. If you say so. So, when Randall see that it's Lucian and Steven, of course, here they go. What a real police at? Well, they real police because they put up in the police car, Randall, stop being dumb. And, they ask him what happened. And he says, Brad pushed me off the ladder. And Lucian like, well, what did you do? What you mean, what I do? He like, what did you do to him to make him push you off a ladder? I didn't do nothing. Oh, so he just randomly pushed you off a ladder? He like, yeah. He like, well, how far was you? I fell 45 feet. He like, so you was on the roof? Why was you on the roof? He like, man, I wasn't on the roof. I was on the side of my house. He like, man, that ain't 45 feet. If it was, then you would have been on the roof at 45 feet. So, I thought that little bit of it was funny. So he like, Brad did it. I want to press charges. I want him to be arrested. Randall be his little extra self. So Lucian like, Steven, stay here with him. I'll go talk to Brad. So, when Steven is saying, man, are you sure you're okay? Are you not hurt? He like, yeah, my ass hurt. First of all, pause. You know what I'm saying? And Steven say, oh, well, show me where it hurt at. First of all, Steven, I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Leave his ass alone, okay? You don't want to see another man's ass. You shouldn't, okay? Leave it be. And he like, look, I just want y'all to arrest him. So we see, Lucian go over there to talk to Brad. Brad he like, did you push him off a ladder? He thinking Brad gonna be like, man, no, he tripping. He was like, yeah, I pushed him. Brad was like, matter of fact, I did. He getting on our nerve. He was harassing us. He's always messing with us. He was up on the ladder putting a floodlight to shine into our bedroom. And not only that, Lord Jesus, my friend is inboxing me some stuff, and it's like, ooh, okay. I gotta hit her back in a minute. Reba, I'll hit you back in a minute, girl. So, anywho, he was saying, like, yeah, he messing with us, he harassing us, he had the floodlight, And then he also had a motion detector camera pointed at our house. So whenever me and Alex left the house, he was following us. You know, that has to be illegal. And, you know, Lucian like, look, I just need y'all to stop all this craziness. And he like, it ain't me, it's him. He like, you know, but yeah, I pushed him. I don't care. And Lucian like, you know, I could arrest you for that. He like, I don't care. I don't care. Take me to jail. He like, I don't care what it is. I'm just so tired of him. And so Lucian like, look, I need you to basically deny you did whatever. Because, you know, if you deny he did it, it's one word against the other. Okay, let's go talk outside. They go outside and Randall like, him. It was him. I want him arrested. Arrest that man. First of all, Randall, calm your little scary ass down. And then, you know, Lucian was like, he said he didn't do it. So it's basically your word against his word. And then Randall saying, he's like, do you have any proof he did it? He like, yeah, my camera recorded. He like, where your camera at? He like, he took it. And Brad was like, I have no idea who's talking about it. Okay, rich white man, lots of the cops, what you did to the black man. We not going to say that that's what's basically going on. You know what I'm saying? But we don't really care much because Randall's an asshole and he deserved what he getting. But basically, that white man just led to that black cop is on the black man. But this is not about race. Y'all know I'm just being petty. Don't come for me. Anywho, be like, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Which he should. I would have been like, I don't know what he's talking about. Not only that, I would have been got rid of the camera in the floodlight that I took from that man. So, you know, Randall like, so everybody against me. You know, I don't see why I want nobody help me when I'm in need of help. And then Steven like, we helped you when they had you, you know, had you up at the farm, not the farm, when they had you tied up with the rope about to hang you. He like, you didn't help me. The FBI helped me. And Steven wanted to say, well, bitch, I am the FBI, but he can't because he's undercover. So, you know, Lucian does say to him, look, Randall, maybe you should stop doing things to people so that they will stop doing things to you. He like, so basically you telling me that you know he did it. He like, that ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is leave people alone, okay? And he like, you know what? I'm going to have to take this in my own hands. You know, I have to call my lawyer. And Brad like, do what you got to do. And then Lucian and Steven both saying, you can't take this in your own hands to get any kind of retaliation. He says whatever. He takes his rocking chair, puts his rocking chair on his porch, and goes to his house. And as they're walking away, as Steven, Lucian, and Brad are walking away, we see a truck pull up. Who's in the truck? Oh, it's just naked ass Eddie. Now, naked Eddie pulls up, and Brad makes him go in the house. Because he like, why you outside? Even Lucian says, man, there's kids around here. And then Eddie gonna say, they seen ass before. First of all, that ain't true. They might have seen your ass, neither your dick. So why are you out here naked like that, man? But, you know, it is what it is. You know, he goes into Eddie's house. I mean, he goes into Brad's house. And he like, Eddie, why are you naked? Put some clothes on. So he gives him a couple of clothes of his. You know, throw him like some jogger pants and a shirt and whatnot. So Eddie like, no. Brad like, why are you naked? What happened? So Eddie like, you know, Esperanza was shooting at me all day. All day, Eddie? It was just a minute ago. Was it all day? And he like, why was she shooting at you? You know, that's crazy. And then he like, well, you know, I was at her house, you know what I'm saying? She came home and I was in the shower. And he like, why would you in the shower? He like, well, you know, because they raided my house, so my house is messed up, so I didn't have nowhere to go, so I went there. And he like, well, that's why she shot you. You shouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? What you shouldn't have. I don't care if you pay every bill in that house. If you got the house for your ex-wife and your daughter, that ain't your house, bruh. That ain't how divorce, alimony, and taking care of your ex-spouse goes. That ain't your house. Now, Esperanza could easily get the locks changed. She could also easily... Well, I'm thinking if he has to pay the bills of the house, they don't own the house. You can't sell the house. But, I mean, you work, Esperanza. Move, bitch. It's that simple. So, you know, Brad is like, you know, you can't be doing that. That's crazy. You know, Eddie then get into how he ain't got nowhere to go. He, you know, he needs somewhere to stay. And Brad like, you can't stay here. That ain't going to happen. So, no. He then says, you know, can you got some money for me? You know, can I borrow your credit card? Brad gives his fool his credit card, and then he like, what's the limit on it? And I'm like, why? Because whatever the limit is, you shouldn't be nowhere near my limit. And he like, well, it don't matter because whatever you spend, you paying me back. Now, my thing is, I'm not giving anyone my credit card. No. I mean, unless you're going like to the Coney Island and I'm paying for the food, or, you know, and you want to pick it up, so I give you my card. That's as far as I go with giving a friend my credit card. You know, you're going to get the food, or you're going to pick up some shoes for me, maybe a purse. I'm a shopaholic a little bit. But I'm not giving you my card to go shop for yourself and you say, what's your limit? No, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So he then realized Brad has clothes there. It has a bag there. He's like, what you got a bag here for, Brad? What's going on? You back with Alex? You back in this house? You back with her? You know she's slut up in these streets. I mean, he going in on Alex. And Brad like, cut it out. I don't want to hear. You can't stay here. Get on, go where you got to go. So he like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna help her raise Lucian baby? He like, that's not Lucian baby. Eddie, oh, it is, you know how an actor's so good but you hate them, and if you saw them in real life you would still hate them? I think I would hate the actor who plays Eddie if I saw him in real life, because he plays his role too well. He then said, you know, how you gonna be in here when she got these black babies? She got all these, he said, how can you be here with her and she has a black baby? She got so many black babies come out of the woodworks. She looked like she cooking chicken. Really? So black babies look like chicken? She got someone, and you know, Brad said, you know, you can't be racist. My thing is, I feel like in that aspect, Brad should have punched Eddie. You know what I'm saying? When someone says something racial, I just think you should punch him. I don't know what else to say. Anywho, you know, he like, well, you know, if you think that's racist, you see what I put on Twitter. Okay, Eddie, you taking it a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, it don't matter, because guess what Eddie is? Eddie's homeless. So get your homeless ass out my house. You know, he let Eddie know you can't stay here. No, you cannot stay here. You know, I'm not trying to have you, you know, messing with the kids and, you know, Alex. This man said, man, fuck them kids. I'm like, fuck the kids? Them is kids. I get you said fuck Alex. She's an adult and she was sleeping around. I get that. But fuck the kids. I'm gonna fuck the kids, tell them Uncle Eddie's here. Man, you ain't my uncle. You know, I just can't. At that point, Alex does walk in with the baby. You know, she was coming home. And he like, oh, hey, look, speaking of the devil. He might have been speaking of the slut. I don't know, he said one of the two. And, you know, he like, let me see that beige baby. Beige baby. I mean, just the racist things he's saying. It gets on my nerves. And I'm going to leave. You know, Alex slapped his hand away like, you know, don't look at my child, don't touch my child. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, Eddie leaves out or whatever. We see Brad and Alex then talking, and he's telling her, you know, he was here. You know, he was trying to stay here. I told him he can't. You know, it is what it is. You know, and they're laughing about how Brad knocked Randall off of the ladder. And I'm like, so you really laughing with your wife about knocking her former cheating buddy off a ladder while she was gone with the baby she had on you while y'all were married, and now she don't even know who the baby daddy is. Y'all gonna laugh about that? Okay. Anywho, Brad then say, you know, what did the doctor say? Because remember, she was going to the hospital to figure out how the doctor helped her change the test results. So he like, you know, what did she say? And she plays it off like, oh, I'm going to go change the baby and I'll take it when I come back. Because we know the doctor told her she didn't change the results. So her ass don't know what to do now. From there, we kind of see Kelly's back. You know, Kelly was at Natalie's house and she's getting out of prank calls, thinking it's Travis. It probably is Travis. You know, so she's saying, hello, hello, and nothing. So the phone rang again. Natalie asked her, you know what, motherfucker? Oh, hold on. We see that it's not a prank call. It's actually Ian, her lawyer, letting her know that the police has finished their investigation. She can go back home. So, you know, she does go back home. Of course, her house is ransacked because they did a full, you know, search of her home. And her and Natalie are basically cleaning the house up. And, you know, of course, Kelly is, you know, sad. Like, you know, I've been trying to get my whole life together. I can't believe why this is happening to me. I had to tell my job about it because they are very strict about things. So hopefully I don't lose my job. But I know them. So I had to be upfront about what was happening, because if I didn't, that would be even worse. So, you know, as they're cleaning up, you know, she's looking around and picking up stuff off the floor. And she says to Nellie, she's like, you know what? I'm not going to let him win. I'm not going to let him... she said, I'm not going to let him ruin my life. You know, I worked hard to be okay, and I'm not going to let him take that from me. Bravo. You know, but my thing is, you know, You should have did that when he was first acting dumb. I'm not trying to blame Kelly. Kelly waited too long to let people know Travis was batshit crazy. She took too long. That one night, when the one season was a whole night, and he kept calling her, he called her like 80 times in the night, and all those crazy messages. That is when you should have called the police and got a restraining order. But no, you want to be Captain Save them and try to save your damn self, but you ended up getting yourself in more trouble because you let this crazy person wiggle their way in deeper and deeper and deeper. Hell, all the stuff Travis did, the reason Kelly is in this situation is, for one, because she let it get to this point. Okay, you let it get to this point. When he choked you up against that wall that one day at your house because you told him go on somewhere after you slept with him, he choked your ass up at the house, and you was looking like, oh, he crazy. Guess where I would have been the next dang on day? At the police station. When you got in your car that day and he was in the back of your car and he tried to take it, guess where I would have been immediately after that? At the police station. Every time he did something crazy, Kelly let it go. She let it go. I don't want to get them in trouble. Well, guess what? Now your ass is going to be on trial for murder. Okay? So, ladies, if you learn nothing else, when someone shows you they are crazy, get that shit on record. Go down to the police station. Make a police report every single time they do something dumb. Period. Okay? I went off there now. Okay, let me get myself back together. So, next we see Marcy meeting with Larry, her lawyer, who was also, Randall's ex college roommate. I'll throw something out there about that later. I hope I remember. He's telling her that, it might be a few months before the divorce can be final, but he's working on it. She's like, I can't wait a couple months. I can't have this long. And he's like, hide what? Keep what a secret, basically. And she's like, whatever we talk about, you can't tell anyone, right? Like, because of attorney-client privilege, right? And he's like, yeah. And she was like, I'm pregnant. And he was like, oh. And she's like, yeah, but Randall doesn't know, so I want to get this divorce done before he knows. I want full custody of the child. Like, can we put that I get full custody in the divorce decree? And he was like, not if you don't want him to know. Like, he would have to know for it to put it in the divorce decree. And she's like, well, no, I just don't want him to know. She was like, well, maybe I can just, go away and move away, and then he just won't know. My thing is, y'all been broken up long enough where you can be like, I was messing with somebody else and it ain't your baby. And I get that you want to be divorced fast so you can, he can't say we were married as my child, because once y'all divorced, if you pregnant, he don't have to know how far along you are. He can't get any medical information. He can't force a paternity test. He just can't. So I get why she's doing that, but I'm like, you ain't gotta move away. And she's like, I don't really want to. My business is here. My life is here. So I'm going to have to figure something out. It's basically what they talk about. He said, what, I'm going to call him again. And I'll try to get him to meet me for drinks and talk to him. I think Randall's still mad at you, but we shall see what happens. We then see Lucian and Steven pull up to Esperanza's house. Why is that? Because they got a call about shots fired and they went to the address and this happens to be Esperanza's. Why? Because her ass was pow, pow, pow shooting that Eddie old naked ass. So, they pull up and they're like, well, what happened? First of all, Esperanza came to the door in literally a cami spaghetti strap shirt and some coochie cutters. Do y'all know what coochie cutters is? Coochie cutters are shorts that basically just about cover your coochie and your booty cheeks, and that's it. But it leaves little to the imagination. I'm like, who answers the door dressed like that? Even if that's what you have on around your house, I completely get that. You don't have to wear clothes around your house. But when you answer your door, you put a goddamn robe on. And when you seen it was your friend's fiance, when you seen it was Natalie's man who was a cop, you don't cover your ass. You just walk around ass out in front of your friend's fiancés. See, she did go put some goddamn clothes on before Natalie pop up, and then she cracked Esperanza's head. I thought that was utterly disrespectful for her to be dressed like that in front of Lucian. Even if it was in her own house. My thing is, put on some clothes, bitch. Okay? Put on a robe. Something. Because that's just... because the shorts wasn't like regular short. Like they weren't like some around the house shorts. No, they was like above her booty cheek. I mean, left cheek, right cheek. I mean, come on now, Esperanza, don't be so much. I mean, that offended me, and I'm like, whatever. So, you know, they're like, was you shooting? She's like, yeah, I was shooting at Eddie. You know, he's always here. Won't nobody help me to keep him away from me. Change the locks and move. There you go. That's your help. He keeps coming over here, and I can't stop him. It's like, so I shot up in the air to make him leave, and it scared him late, and he left. And then Lucian was like, you know, anyone could have got hurt. A stray bullet could have flew out the door and hit someone walking down the street. Yeah, Esperanza, you were so pissed off at Kelly's son for shooting the gun, and for Kelly for having the gun loose in her house. But you literally was in your house just ringing off shots all willy-nilly just up in the air. You could have hit anybody. You more dangerous than Kelly. Kelly wasn't shooting nobody. You was. Oh, ooh, she got on my goddamn on nerves. So, they like, you know, you can't do that. You know, leave it alone. You can't be shooting people who don't do that, blah, blah, blah. Then, as they about to leave, they see the bullet holes and, you know, around everywhere. It's like, yeah, I gotta get that fixed up and patched up before my daughter gets home because I don't want her seeing the bullet holes, which I get. You don't want your child seeing bullet holes. Steven then, I guess he's the jack of all trades. Like, oh, I can help you with that. Lucian like, I ain't helping her with that. Look, I'm going to go to lunch. I'll come back in an hour. You can help her with that, and then we'll leave. So, you know, now Steven is there helping her patch up these holes. So, I'm like, okay. So, he takes his little jacket off. He patched the holes up and everything. And she's like, oh, this looks good. We just have to paint over it and it looks fine. He like, yeah, you know, you plaster it a little bit. You know, I sanded it down so it's smooth and we can just paint over it. So then he get off the ladder. She climb up the ladder. And for some reason, she got to bend over and touch the wall. In these coochie cutting ass shorts. And Steven is holding her back so she don't fall off. And he looking at her butt. He's basically massaging her, you know. You don't feel that man hand that close to your ass. And you gonna just bend over, have your ass in his face. Okay, whatever. So, you know, he looking at her, he like, you know, because to him, she's looking like a snack and he's hungry. That's how he's looking at her. So, she like, okay, can you grab the paint? He grabbed the paint. She butt to him, which knocked the paint over on his clothes, so he got paint everywhere. So, she's like, okay, I'll wash your shirt. Give me your shirt. Takes the shirt off. Of course, he built body banging, you know what I'm saying? Body banging. Great tattoos and everything. Oh, the paint's on your pants too. Take your pants off. I'll wash those. So you're like, no, it's okay. It's like, take your pants off. He's like, no. So she tries to, first of all, she tried to rape him because she tried to pull his pants off. And the reason he did not want to take his pants off was because he had an erection because she's attractive, as he said. She's like, oh, I thought you were just a friend helping a friend. He like, I was, but you're sexy, you're cute. You know, you were up on the ladder. I saw your butt. Yeah, because you up on the ladder with your ass out, Esperanza. That's why his dick got hard. Come on, let's be honest. So, you know, she like, take your pants off. We just friends. It is what it is. Come on, go get in the shower. I'm not asking anybody to take a shower in my house, okay? If we are friends, go home. I don't want my friends. I don't want a man who dick is hard getting naked and taking a shower in my house. That's just a recipe for disaster. And, you know, he takes his clothes off and he walks naked to the shower and he gets in the shower. And she looking at him like, she looking at him like he's a snack. They both hungry for some snacks. So, you know, we see what it is. We see where Randall calls his friend Larry. This is the next scene. Basically asking him, can you sue somebody? Randall wants Larry to sue Brad. But I'm like, and when Larry said he can possibly do it, how, Larry? You was a lawyer for his wife. Isn't that a conflict of interest? I am not the smartest tool in the toolbox by all means. But even I think you can't, I don't think you can do that. I just don't. You know, he says, you know what, I'm not going to help you sue this person unless you come out and meet me for drinks. And Randall's like, well, no, you know, you represent her. I'm still mad at you. Let me throw this on out here. Okay. One or two things happened with Randall and Larry in college. Either they had a gay night and they slept together back in the day, or they sexually assaulted a girl and it's a secret, or they killed somebody and buried a body. It's one of the three. I don't know which one. It's one of the three. It's going to come out by the end of the season. Mark my words. So, you know, Larry kind of sort of convinces him to come out. He's like, look, meet me, you know, at this place, you know, be there. Randall saying, man, whatever. But he kept talking, so, you know what I'm saying? We know they're going to meet up for drinks. We'll see it on the preview. The last scene is, you know, Steven is out the shower. You know, he in his boxers, looking like a snack. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Steven. Steven is as sexy as Eddie is, except Eddie's an asshole. If Eddie wasn't a racist asshole, he would be delicious. But he's a racist asshole. Steven, on the other hand, is like a regular cop. You know what I'm saying? He's like kind of a nice guy. I didn't like him in the beginning because I did not know he was undercover FBI. But now I'm looking like, okay, I see he was playing a role. Okay, it is what it is. So yeah, he come out. Essie's still in her underwear and that t-shirt. Yes, I'm saying it was underwear and the t-shirt. And they flirting. He's saying she's sexy. She's saying he's sexy. She's saying it look like you work out. He's saying, no, you must work out. You know what I'm saying? He's lightly touching her leg. She's like, stop touching me. Stop. Playing coy, but ain't stop him from touching her. She then hop up on the counter with her boobs right up in his face. He is still sitting there in his boxers, okay, with his penis. Is you know, it's not soft. And if it is soft, he's blessed. Let's just say that. So she like, oh, you think I'm sexy? And he's like, absolutely. Everyone thinks you're sexy. And she's like, you know, you look great too. And I'm like, y'all really gonna be flirting in the kitchen back and forth when y'all both half naked? That's what's going on in these streets. Okay, if y'all say so. So from there, you know, acting like, well, you know, I could use some exercise. Like my thighs, my legs could use some exercise. So you want to put your legs up in the air? Okay, I get it. So, you know, Essie keeps like, you know, oh, don't touch me there. Stop. Steven like, what? You sexy. I'm attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Look, you looking all good. You barely got clothes on. She barely does. And what happens next? Steven just start kissing her. And then they going at it on the kitchen counter. I mean, he on top of her. She grabbed all on him. They kissing. It was a simulated sex scene with them clothes on because we know this is regular TV, so they can't have clothes off. But, you know, it's a simulated sex scene. And as they on the table, on the counter, just, you know, oh. Who's looking in through the window? Who's that peeping in my window? Eddie. Eddie is looking through the window or the door like, is she on the counter getting business with somebody else? Is somebody fucking my ex-wife? Who fucking my ex-wife? Is that Steven fucking my ex-wife? And then Eddie kicks in the door. He rushes to Steven and they starts a fight. And then, of course, it goes off. I said to myself, is Lucian going to... I said, somebody going to seize him. I just don't know who. I said, is it going to be Lucian? Who going to be then upset with Steven for going too far with Eddie's ex-wife? Is it going to be her daughter who's going to see, Mom? And then she has to explain to her daughter, her and the naked man on the kitchen counter. And then that's going to be a thing where they got to tell Eddie. Eddie was the last person I thought would come to see it, even though it was the best thing to do because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm your boss and I'm sleeping with your ex-wife. You know, so, you know, that part was really good because that was all over each other. And Eddie was looking in the window for a minute. And I mean, at least he had clothes on this time. But my thing still was, why you back at the house, Eddie? She was just shooting at you. What is you there for? But, you know, it is what it is. So we shall see what happens next episode. But that was my review of If Loving You Was Wrong. Season 3, episode 6. Yeah, season 3, episode 6. I'll be see you guys next week with the next review of this, or watch my channel for all of my other reviews. Please remember to always like the video, put any comments down below that you have. You can also share my videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to watch my videos. Don't subscribe just for nothing. Subscribe to be, you know what I'm saying, a viewer. So until next time, people, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner. Peace.